Alright, so this is going to be our Grim Dawn intro video. Grim Dawn is the latest in the hack and slash action RPG. Basically this is a Diablo clone. Follows a lot closely as far as the darkness of the game to Path of Exile. I'm sure most of you are familiar with that. But it's made by a company called Crate. You might not recognize the name. The people who made Crate Entertainment, there's 5 or 6 of them, but they came over from the group who originally developed Titan Quest. So Titan Quest is one of the first in the Diablo clones. Did a very good job back in the day. But let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at Grim Dawn, see how this works. So I've already got a level 10 soldier on here, been playing around with him. Let's go ahead and create a new character. Show you how this is done. So we're just going to hit the create button here. Let's call this character Soltari. Male, female. Let's create a male. Sure, hardcore, why not? Alright, so this is what a male character looks like. This is a level 1 male. And this is a level 10 female. You don't choose a class yet. You can choose your class at level 2. So let's go ahead and click the start game button here and take a look at this. Some of the things I liked about Path of Exile is the same that I like about this game, namely the graphics. I think we can all agree that Diablo 3 really failed at the graphics. It was too bright, too cartoony. Not enough real world. Really went away from the darkness that was Diablo 2. So this is Path of Exile. This is where you start out. Look, Hangman Jarvis. This guy's in charge of hanging people, I guess. Let's go ahead and talk to him. Basically says we're a lucky guy. Apparently we've survived some tragic incidents. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to him real quick. Wants me to go talk to the captain. Basically they want me to earn my keep. There's no free ride. The place is dark, it's being overran, and no free rides. Nope, that's not the captain. The captain's in here. So, boom! That would be the captain. Okay? So, talk to this guy. Classic question mark over the head means you can turn in your quest. Talk to this guy real quick. Wants me to go to a place called Burial Hill, and wants me to go into a cave there. So let's go over some of the things that's Grim Dawn. This is the tutorial over here on the left hand side. Welcome to the alpha. This game is in alpha, open alpha actually. Thank you again for supporting us. You can get this game right now if you'd like to play it from the Grim Dawn website for $50. Please remember that this is an alpha created by a 6-person indie studio. Features in only the first third of the game. So basically they're breaking the game down into acts like all other hack and slash action RPGs that we're familiar with. If you look down here at the bottom, this is our HUD. So this is our character here. We are level 1, 250 health, 250 energy. We're going to hit the C button. We're going to bring up our character screen here. So all characters at level 1, we start off with 50 cunning, 50 physique, and 50 spirit, 250 health, 250 energy, and then here's our basic combat stats here. Again, all heroes start off exactly the same, okay? So, as we level up, we'll be able to add points into cunning, physique, and spirit. Here is our map, shortcut M. If you look down here, here's your legend for what the different symbols are. Q would be the quest window over here on the left hand side. And then we got our character window, which we already showed you. Here's your hotkey bar. Everything's default 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. Here is our basic weapon attack. This is the only ability that we currently have. Here is our mini map down here, and some other options which aren't into the game yet. There obviously is going to be multiplayer capabilities, but as of right now, the game only is single player only. So I'm going to go ahead and level up to level 2 for you real quick, just to kind of show you how it's done. We've got our basic attack bound to our left click key. We're going to loot this body here. And we're going to two-shot our first zombie. Not very difficult. I think we're doing Shaun of the Dead or something here, right? Boom! Beat down of the century. Smack these guys down here. Yes, the green guys explode in a cloud of poison. We should probably not stand in that. This is a bone rat. If you notice, when my target, their picture shows up at the top part of the screen. Kind of hoping they allow for a little bit of HUD adjustment so you can kind of customize it. I'd really like to move that down more centered to the middle or the bottom of the screen, but we will see. So let's two-shot some more zombies. Aether Corruption. A lot of hack and slashes coming out these days. Don't know if you've played Van Helsing. I don't suggest it. I mean, it is actually pretty cheap. You pick it up like $10 on Steam right now. But you know, this game, I really like the blood, the gore. Obviously, you can turn that off. There is an option in the settings. Look at all this blood walking around here. The physics, we're gonna hit this jug. You know, there's some really good physics in the game, and it's still an alpha. So obviously, there's room for more improvement, but they're doing a good job so far. Okay, there's a house. Let's see if we can break down this door. Obviously, I'm pretty weak. Kill some more zombies. Bam! Beat down! Ooh, iron bits. You don't have to click, just run over it and it'll pick it up for you. And I'll loot that dead person. Oh, there's a note. You know it's not a good action RPG unless you can beat up some boxes and jugs. Jug farming for the win. Alright, so if you see this yellow bar, this is our XP bar right here. So, we're almost there. Probably only have to kill another 1 or 2 guys. Let's go hunt some down. Every character starts off the same. Club, cloth armor, and a shield. So, get a zoom in here for you. Get you see what this guy's looking like. Alright. Looks pretty ragged. He's definitely seen better days. Run across this river here. Oh, there's a guy. Beat him down. Got a little bit of sprays of blood. As you get more abilities, it's definitely... Oh, you saw the little flash? We have now officially leveled up. So we're just going to run out of combat here for a sec. Alright. So we have officially leveled up. So first thing we're going to do is hit our character button. Let's go over the character screen again. So here's your name, your level, how much XP you currently have. We have 1 attribute point. Okay, so we can put that either into Cunning, Physique, or Spirit. Cunning. Cunning intellect improves your combat technique, increasing physical and piercing damage. Cunning also increases your chance of landing melee and ranged attacks and critically hitting enemies. So this is basically to hit, you need Cunning. Also to crit, you need Cunning. And then if you use sharp weapons, you know, daggers, that sort of thing, it increases the damage of those as well. Physique here. Physical conditioning gives you the strength to fight in heavier gear and the agility to avoid enemy attacks. Physique also increases your capacity for pain and the ability to avoid being critically hit. So Physique, you get your resistance, so you can't be crit. It also allows you hit points. And, you know, makes you more of a beefier strength. So this is more of a strength. So obviously Cunning is more of, you know, your standard rogue. Your Physique's your standard warrior. And then your Spirit, this is going to be... Strong Spirit increases the flow of energy into your being and allows you to withstand the spiritual burden of using more powerful enchanted items. Spirit also magnifies the damage of melee attacks. So you actually need Spirit to use some of the more powerful weapons of the game. It also affects your energy down here. Energy is like your mana. It slowly does regen over time. Also, it also affects the power of the spells for the occultist. To find out more about the occultist or the demolitionist or the soldier, the 3 classes that are available in the game right now, we do have some other videos up on YouTube. You can go ahead and take a look at those. Combat stats, offensive ability. This is basically the damage you do. Defensive ability. Also, the higher your defensive ability, it actually reduces the damage you do with ranged weapons. So, if you're going to use like a shotgun, a blunderbuss, a rifle, you want very little on defense because it actually gives you a negative to your combat roll. This is our current damage per second. We do 19. Our average damage is 19. Our attack speed is 105%. Our armor rating is 2. Chance to block 10%, and amount of damage we block when we do block is 29. So obviously here's your standard resistances. You know, we don't have any. So here's another form up here. Our secondary resistances, again, we have 0. This is chaos damage, stun resistance, aether resistance, vitality, and bleeding. Okay, we have none of that. We don't regen any health. We do have an energy regeneration of 3. Obviously that can increase with gear. Our cast speed's 100%, our run speed's 100%. So we've killed 30 monsters. Our biggest hit was 23. Looks like we've played for about 9 minutes, and we have 0 deaths. And then our faction. So this is the survivors, people who've survived this great holocaust and the ethereals. So as you kill monsters and complete quests, this goes up, which will give you discounts in the stores and whatnot. Okay? Skills, this is where you choose your classes. Soldier. Okay? Demolitionist. And the occultist. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and log out to my other character, and I will show you some of the more options. So we're going to go ahead and play on Daryler, our level 10 female soldier. Show you some of the obviously you get a bank. Okay, in this game it's actually called a smuggler, so it's not a chest sitting on the ground. You actually have to go talk to a smuggler in one of the areas. The smuggler will allow you to transfer items between characters. Alright, so this is our level 10 soldier here, female soldier. Yes, she is got a, what's this, a mace, got some leather armor here, got some rings, headpiece, shield, boots, belt. I got a trophy, got a claw that's giving me some extra health. So just some basic stuff. What I've done on this soldier, I've actually alternated between cunning and physique. So every level you get 1 point. So I've been alternating. Even levels I do cunning, odd levels I do physique. The crit in this game seems to actually be really nice, and so that's why I've been doing that. So we'll check it out just for fun. We're going to go over here. This guy, this is your standard shop, so this is where you're going to sell your junk to. Also, he has a smattering of yellow items. The shield is, you can see right here, the shield costs for $21.99. Looks to be a good deal greater than the shield I have. The shield I have is a level 1 shield. You know, I only have 4,000 iron bits. It's in-game currency, so I'm going to hold on to it for right now. Actually, I could probably use some health potions. So we're going to go ahead and click on a couple of these. We'll pick up, oh god, there we go, we'll pick up 8 potions. So set those down here, and I think that'll be good. Let's go into this part of the town over here. Since I've leveled up far enough and have a good reputation, it lets me in here. You come up here, this is your smuggler. Okay, so item stash. So this is your general bank. You can put stuff in here. Scrap. These are a lot of enhancements. So I'll show you how these work. And then obviously item transfer. This is stuff that I'm going to send to the other classes that I decide to roll. So these are books. Obviously this would be for the occultist. These are guns, crossbow. These would obviously be for the demolitionist. So this item that I just put into my bank here, or my inventory, bristling fur. So it's a thick patch of fur from an unnatural beast. You loot them, but basically it's used in armor. So you can right click to apply it. So we're going to right click it. I'm going to add it onto my chest piece. Click on yes, and doesn't work. So maybe one of these days. There we go. We put it onto the belt. So the belt now gives us an additional 32 health. Okay, not too bad. If you look, it says partial component 205, so I can actually do it with 3 more pieces, and to make it 5 of 5. So as soon as we loot some more bristly fur, we'll go ahead and do that. This is pretty neat, so you don't have like special sockets or anything, or have to cut gems. You know, you just loot things out in your environment, and it'll make you stronger. So I really like that aspect of the game. It makes it a little more realistic, in my opinion. Here's your skill tree at level 10. Obviously, I'm a soldier. Okay, so I've just been picking up 1 point into each thing. When you hit level 10, you can dual class, so I can now go into Demolitionist or the Occultist if I choose. But for this guy, I'm actually just going to go straight soldier. I want to check out all the soldier abilities. Last but not least, the other thing here in town, this guy lets you retrain. So this is how much money you have, and you can retrain your skills. It does cost in-game gold though. And so the higher level the skill, the more money, the more gold iron bits that it costs to retrain. So there is a, you know, you got to be able to teleport back to town, right? So you don't have to loot teleport scrolls. They have what's called a rifting system. So here's what a rift looks like. You click on it. Looks like I have a rift at Lower Crossing and Whitemare that I can go to. So let's click on this. Let's go to Whitemare. So it's in the middle of the road. Now this is where I'm at. There's probably some zombies over here to the left. Let's kill some zombies real quick. Got a couple more spells at this level, so a little bit more enjoyable as you level up. But you can come and zoom in, play like this if you want. Obviously you want to zoom out and see as much of the map as possible. So now, okay, I'm out here. Oh, my bags are full. Okay, well, you can look down here. This is a rift travel. Okay, so hit L. Boom. There's a rift. Click on the rift. Go back to town. Okay, so that's a teleport system. There's no cooldown on it, so you can use it pretty much as often as you want. So if you're one of those maximizers, you like to pick up everything and sell it into the game, you can do that. Pick it all up, and you can go back to town as much as you want. You can weapon swap, and you can weapon swap in the middle of combat. So, boom, just as quick as that. So if you've got a mace that's good for beating down trash, and then a sword that's good for beating down, you know, more unique mobs, you can do that. But that's pretty much it. That's the gist of it. Don't want to give too much away. Best thing to do is, you know, if you're rich and you got 50 bucks to burn, go ahead and go over to Grim Dawn's website and pick the game up. Otherwise, this game will be coming out here in several more months. The game is not going to be free to play. From my understanding, the game is going to be $25. And I'm sure it'll be distributed through places like Steam and whatnot. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel. We're going to have more Grim Dawn game updates and videos, as long as with the other games as well. If you're interested in Grim Dawn, you want to see more about the other classes, we do have an Occultist video, a Soldier video, and a Demolitionist video up as well. And those are just intros to those classes. We're going to be posting a level 10 video of each class as well, so you can see kind of how the characters progress and how the different skills use. So again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.